Assalamu alaikum and hello. Imran Khan's Toshakhana, or the gift repository case, is bogus and has no legal standing. But I will not argue that in this vlog. Look, even Aziz's Ehsan, this guy who is one of Pakistan's top experienced lawyers, has called is bogus. And he's not even a part of Imran Khan's political party. In fact, he's affiliated with a party that's a co-conspirator in this whole in this illegal arrest of Imran Khan. The purpose of this vlog instead is to explain why Judge Dilawar was not fit to hear this case and how this was nothing more than a kangaroo court. Imran Khan's charges and his conviction was about misdeclaration. So see, here is how this goes. Every member of parliament must submit or declarations of every year. They're supposed to declare their liabilities and assets to the ECP, or the Election Commission of Pakistan. Right now, what happened was that Imran Khan actually did declare his assets, for his gifts for the year of 2018, 2019, and their assessed value was 21 million rupees, Pakistan rupees. He also showed that they sold for 58 million rupees. He also showed a bank statement. Now the bank statement showed that it was, just about a 30 million. Showed where the bank statement, his Faisal Bank statement, just showed 30 million rupees, and that's why it was termed as a misdeclaration when it was not. I mean, because you know what it's like. Bank statements are for that particular month, and if such and such amount was used before that, that's how it is. Anyway, they called it misdeclaration. Now, the full amount, though, was declared in Form B, where Imran Khan was meant to declare how much he got the gifts for, how much he sold them for, and it was all declared anyways. Now, the assets and liabilities as of a certain date are what are supposed to be declared. And the private complainant of this case was the Election Commission of Pakistan, right? And so the prosecution sent the course, they sent the reference to the court in Islamabad. But Imran Khan was elected from Miawali, and this case was heard, and it was not even in the jurisdiction of Islamabad court where they actually prosecuted this court. So it doesn't really make any sense, because if Imran Khan was, if even if he did commit some sort of a wrong thing, even if he did commit some sort of a misdemeanor or a misdeclaration, he was only answerable to his constituency, which was in Mia Bali, and the Islamabad courts had absolutely no jurisdiction over there. Now, let's talk about the time barred. The case was time barred and that is why it was not maintainable, because any such argument or any such it's supposed to be filed within 120 20 days of the declaration to the ECP. However, this case was filed after 3 years. 3 years, right? So there really is no maintainability. Let's move on and talk about the judge now. Judge Dilawar, Judge Humayun Dilawar, is biased, and the norms and principles of justice, they require that the judge hearing a case is impartial. Now, I'll tell you what. First, he accepted a case that was actually time barred and should not have been maintainable, should not have been heard. However, he did. Now, this is what happened. After the world knows about the events of May 9th. And on the 9th of May, when Imran Khan was abducted and he was taken to the police lines and where he was imprisoned, a court was set up over there. A court was held over there. Instead of a regular court, it was a temporary court. Judge Dilawar was there, and Imran Khan's team, they boycotted it because it didn't make sense for a court to suddenly be inside, a police station where, it's just, it didn't make any sense. And Imran Khan should have actually got the chance to go to court. But so anyway, this was boycotted. Now, the requirements by law state that when indicting, the charges must be read out to the accused, who then has the opportunity to enter a plea. This was not allowed to happen. So Imran Khan was actually indicted in his absence, which in itself is unlawful. Now, since the 12th of May, since May 12th, has been an application in the Islamabad High Court, and it has been pending. And this has been an application from Imran Khan and his legal team to transfer the case from Judge Dilawar. The Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court is delaying the hearing of this case. Finally, the Supreme Court of Pakistan said that the Islamabad High Court should listen to all these cases, meaning the case about the time barring, whether it's admissible or not. All of this, they said that it should all be heard at once, right? Because the Supreme Court of Pakistan legally cannot interfere until the Islamabad High Court has given their verdict. So Islamabad High Court, what they did was that they ordered maintainability, and they struck it down. They sent it back to Judge Dilawar and asked him to remand it. It was again a second time sent to him. So right now, the Islamabad High Court has still not given a verdict about the maintainability of this case, right? Now, let's look furthermore into how Judge Dilawar himself is biased and hence not the right judge to listen to hear Imran Khan's case, right? So we're going to talk about Judge Dilawar's Facebook. His Facebook page has some derogatory and defamatory material against Imran Khan. Now, the FIA inquiry was ordered, and they came back and they said they checked the profile and couldn't find the posts. I have a couple of questions about that. How do you think FIA checked a locked profile? How did they get into there? Are they already Facebook friends with Judge Dilawar? How did they even get in there? And then they just came back and they said that, but we could not find any such post. It was not there. However, several people, including journalists, have seen those posts. They have the screenshots and screen recordings all over social media. I'm going to give you just a moment to look through that screen recording. Does that look like an unbiased, impartial judge to you? Anyway, let me tell you one more thing. Just the fact that Judge Dilawar has a social media account in which he has been, posting about or against Imran Khan is unlawful, because in 2019, the Islamabad High Court passed this resolution that they were ordered that no judges are to have social media accounts. The then chief of the High Court, Justice Athar Minallah, had ordered that none of the judges are supposed to have any tweets or any social media accounts or any social media posts. So I think that he was actually in contempt of court as well. Now, I have a question. When we move on to and we come to the 5th of August and everything that happened on August 5th in Judge Dilawar's court, let's talk about that. Before we go there, tell me this: how is it that the pro-government journalists knew what the verdict would be beforehand, and they had tweeted about it even before the rest of us knew what the verdict would be, even before the judge himself came into the court? Suspicious, isn't it? Defense furthermore, were not allowed to present witnesses. The Islamabad High Court created this absurd situation where the Session Court, which is Judge Dilawar's court, they were supposed to at the same time hear the maintainability, whether the case, the issue of the maintainability of the case or not, as well as the final arguments. But the arguments about witnesses being allowed would only be heard by the Islamabad High Court after a week. Imran Khan's lawyers, what they did was they were in different courts, because Imran Khan is actually, he's got close to 200 cases against him. So they were in different places, they were in different courts. So when finally they had requested a delay. So when they did finally make it to court, to Judge Dilawar's court, Judge Dilawar refused to hear their maintainability arguments as well as their final arguments. So the defense was not allowed to present their case at all. Imran Khan was not allowed to present his defense. Instead, a verdict was issued. A 30-page verdict was issued within 20 minutes in Islamabad, and within minutes of that, police in Lahore, which is more than 370 kilometers away from Islamabad, they broke into Imran Khan's residence without a written order from the Inspector General of Police, and there was no arrest warrant from any court in Lahore. Here's Shoaib Saeed's video.
बाजार लगता है कि वो पहुंच चुकी थी, अगर वो नहीं पहुंची थी तो किस तरीके से उन्होंने वहां 5 मिनट के अंदर उनकी जमान पार्क के दरवाजे तोड़ के उनकी गिरफ्तारी कर ली। और ये गिरफ्तारी 5 मिनट के अंदर साबित और जाहिर करती है कि इसका मतलब मैच फिक्स था और मैनेज था, इसलिए कि ज़बानी हुक्म पे कभी भी किसी की गिरफ्तारी नहीं हुआ करती। जब आर्डर नहीं लिखा गया, जब वो वारंट ऑफ अरेस्ट जारी नहीं हुए, आईजी या उसका नुमाइंदे को ये नहीं बताया गया, वो यहां से लेकर के लाहौर नहीं पहुंचा, उससे पहले गिरफ्तारी कैसे मुमकिन है?
So within a few minutes of this, the Islamabad police actually arrives in Lahore, like within minutes, right? And they air transferred Imran Khan to the Adiala jail, right? Now the Adiala jail, mind you, has B and C class categories where, depending on how legally what kind of a holding cell you're supposed to be in. However, they first took him to Adiala, and then later he was moved to the Attak Fort jail. Why? Why was he moved to the Attak Fort jail? Because there is only C class there. And so Imran Khan does not get any facilities that he deserves. I'll leave you now with an eyewitness account of Imran Khan's arrest on Saturday, after which I will ask you some questions.
अच्छा, पिछले गेट से पुलिस वालों ने एंट्री की है, ठीक है, उन्होंने फोर्स एंट्री की है, तोड़ फोड़ के पीछे जो जितने भी गार्ड्स थे उनको मार के दरवाज़ा तोड़ के वो अंदर घुसी है सारी की सारी नफरी। उसके बाद वो जैसे ही हमने फिर फ़ौरन जाके खान साहब को बताया कि खान साहब पुलिस आपको अरेस्ट करने आई है ना, तो खान साहब कहते हैं कि बस मैं 5 मिनट में ना मुँह हाथ धो के तो मैं तैयार होकर बाहर आ रहा हूँ। तो खान साहब अंदर गए हैं, खान साहब अंदर जाके उन्होंने अपना ट्रैक सूट पहना है, शूज़ पहने हैं। उतनी देर में इन्होंने खान साहब के घर का मेन डोर है वो तोड़ के फोर्स एंट्री कर दी अंदर, और अंदर बेचारा जितना भी स्टाफ था, हम तक 5-6 लोग थे, उनको उन्होंने सही मारा है और डंडे मारे हैं और वो कपड़े फाड़ दिए उन लोगों के ना। तो ये अभी वो ये कर ही देते तो खान साहब बाहर आ गए ना ट्रैक सूट में अपने। तो कहते कि यार मैंने कहा मैं आ रहा हूँ, मैं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ, मैं खुद गिरफ्तारी देने के लिए तैयार हूँ। तो उन्होंने खान साहब को पकड़ के घसीट के, मतलब कि बिल्कुल वो कह लो कि ना उनका स्टाफ घबराया हुआ था ना खान साहब खुद घबराए हुए थे, वो बिल्कुल कॉन्फिडेंटली। उन्होंने कहा यार मैं आ रहा हूँ बाहर, तुम लोग क्यों मतलब कि कर रहे हो, चलो मैं चल रहा हूँ तुम्हारे साथ। مگر وہ خان صاحب خود چل رہے ہیں, ان کو مطلب کہ دھکے گھسیٹ کے تو باہر آ کے چل باہر ساڑھے نال چلو, انہوں نے منہ تے کپڑا پاؤ, منہ تے کپڑا پاؤ, پولیس والوں نے جی منہ پہ کپڑا ڈالا اور کپڑا ڈال کے ان کو نا گھسیٹتے دھکے دے کے ان کو لے کر گئے ہیں. اور اس سارے سینیریو میں نہ سٹاف گھبرایا تھا, نہ اندر خان صاحب تو بالکل جو ہے نا وہ کانفیڈنٹ لگ رہے تھے, کوئی مسئلہ مسائل نہیں تھا. اور ایون کہ کوئی ایسا کوئی ہوتا ہے نا کہ یار کوئی تھوڑی ٹاک کر لیں یا رک جائیں یا تھوڑی دیر, خان صاحب نے کہا یار میں دینے کے لیے تیار ہوں, مگر ان سے کہو کہ بس لوگوں کو نہ مارے, میں 2 منٹ میں بس اپنے کپڑے بدل کے آ رہا ہوں. مگر اتنی دیر میں وہ آئے ہیں, فورس انٹری کی ہے, گھر کے بیڈ روم کے اندر گھسنے کی کوشش کی ہے, اور وہ پھر اس طرح سے جو ہے نا وہ اریسٹ کر کے لے گئے.
Images from May 9th's abductions were repeatedly shown all across media. But media is completely silent when it comes to images of this arrest. At Zaman Park. Why do you think that is? Was that to incite a certain reaction on that day in May, whereas at this point, it serves the purposes of a certain people who made all of this happen, that people should stay at home and not come out? You be the judge. Pakistan, Zindabad.